Welcome back to another FC25 mod showcase where I bring to you the biggest and best new mods for career mode right now. Today we've returned with some all-timers here. A generational mod list is coming up, so lock in lads. These are freshly updated mods, the latest and greatest, the cream of the crop that I've found over the past couple months. We've got everything you need to make your career mode experience great again. And if you want the best that the modding scene has to offer, you're in the right place because I've done all the hard work. I've bundled all these mods together. We're back in 2025 to deliver you guys the best that the FC modding world has to offer. And whilst we wait for all the mods we want to load up, make sure to drop me a follow on all my socials, link down below. Head on over to my TikTok. I'm trying to hit 10k over there. And if you want more of the best football gaming modding content on YouTube, make sure to keep it locked and loaded right here on the BCHD channel. First up on our plate is pretty simple. It's pretty easy. It's the brand new splash screens you can apply. We've got a free ultimate splash screen pack. It gives you a little bit of a visual change you want, and you can tell pretty much straight away if your mods are working from when you're launching up your game. And this is just giving you about 10 to 15 new and different splash screens to apply, and you can just pick whichever one you want. I went for Cold Palmer, but it's personal preference at the end of the day. Something else which is personal preference is this new menu mod which I've got installed. You can already see it take effect. We've got this beautiful little purple pink summery vibe going on, and it gets even better once you load up through because it gives a complete redesign, a complete overhaul to the main menu. It reverts the menu layout into a bit more of a retro traditional look back when we had the tiles all displayed to us on the main screen. There's no random player on your screen doing the same animations over and over again. We have all the important modes, all the modes you want right here on the one screen. You haven't got to click around anywhere. We've got the tournament mode options up here. Still got training. We've got skill games. It's just a better design that goes hard. It gives it a bit of a vibrant overhaul. And you're also going to notice a nice little purpley pink color laid out through the menus. Instead of the green health bar, it's now pink. And the field outlines are now purple. Just minor little details hidden in everywhere. It's easily accessible and everything you want is right on the main screen. It's all just instant access, more intuitive, and it's just catered more towards the offline experience. You also get some new stadium backgrounds in the meantime, like this cool little stadium background wherever your game decides to load. We're over halfway through the game cycle. We definitely need some new visual stimulation ASAP. As always, the download links for everything I use today will be listed in the description below. We haven't got any time to waste, so let's get straight to it. Now, the Ultimate 24/25 season kit back has received some incredible updates for free, and you guessed it, Viper has just knocked it out of the park again. Starting off in Italy, it's the only kits mod to have my boys Frosinone's beautiful third dark kit. So it's already got a big green tick in my book, as we have Atalanta's fourth alternate Christmas special edition kit, which some don't really like, but it has definitely grown on me. And we also have Bologna's fourth available shirt in the game, a little dark number. Fiorentina's purple to black gradient kit, the fourth alternate jersey, has been added in this update. It just looks exquisite. And then we have Lazio's anniversary kit, which they've been wearing and using a whole lot in real life matches. Not only do we have Milan's retro anniversary kit, but we also have their off-white collab, the away version, not the Portugal-esque looking shirt. Parma, who have had their fourth kit activated in game, a little bit of a dark mode variant. We've got a new fourth alternate variant option for Borussia Dortmund. It just seems like they have so many kits available in the locker now. Meanwhile, Borussia Mönchengladbach have a retro anniversary style kit that offers up classic retro vibes. Hoffenheim even get gifted here with a beautiful gold on blue anniversary kit, fourth alternate, which just goes unbelievably hard and is a big upgrade on the home shirt. Meanwhile, we even ventured down here to Schalke, who get two brand new alternate kits thrown into the mix. Hamburg currently top of Bundesliga 2, and we've got a nice little red third option here. Meanwhile, Hannover 96 get this beautiful little white and teal blue combination. Greuther Fürth as well with an alternate blacked out dark mode shirt. Bayer Leverkusen's little anniversary retro kit, which kind of reminds me of another club's kit, and that is Aston Villa. Very similar vibes going on here with that shirt they just wore in a one-off match. And Arsenal also get their all-white No to Knife Crime shirt, which just removes every single red aspect of the kit. Love it or hate it, it's in the game now. It is glistening, it is shiny, just not really my cup of tea, as we also have Man City's 4th or 5th shirt. They've just been releasing so many kits this season, and this one's up there. They just find excuses to release kits for everything. 5 different kit designs to pick from. Let's switch it up and move it to Turkey here, as we have Mourinho's Fenerbahce with an interesting 4th kit. It's very cold, to be honest. Now looking at it in detailed with the eagle embedded, simply a stunner. Meanwhile, Galatasaray over here have gone with a bit more of a darked out look. It's got the face of the lion just subtly in the background. Both sides of the city giving off similar aura, similar vibes. Meanwhile, we have Monaco with a more traditional approach. I do like this retro throwback, and especially this darker edition with the gold detailing, the retro logo. This one's definitely more up my alley, as they just get... Oh, they've also got another one here. I completely forgot. Their 4th alternate choice. Embracing the coastal energy with those blue vibes. Lens and Marseille also get some new offerings here. Gold and black color combo. It is just... It gets to me every single time. And Marseille have a simple yet stunning away retro anniversary shirt. Lille have got similar vibes to the Arsenal shirt here with the all-white, just red detailings on the cuff and collar. Rangers and Bilbao. Who would have saw these two teams coming? But we've got a beautiful, stunningly detailed Rangers anniversary shirt right here that puts this current season's kit to shame. Over in the Basque Country, we have got a lovely little dark version here, but the collar details is what gets me. The Basque colors incorporated into it, just give it that icing on top of the cake. We're sticking in Spain here, as we've got Sociedad with a interesting looking 4th kit. Strange design on the front, as Real Betis. You could suit out Anthony in some of their new green options here. Got 2 new outfits added to the wardrobe. This new Hulk green-esque shirt, and meanwhile we've got a little bit more of an earthy green with elements of aqua in there too. Got some interesting design elements. Former home of both Falcao and James Rodriguez get their 3rd shirt added into the mix with Rayo Vallecano. I'm not sure I can get behind this grey and black variation. This kit pack also adds every single proper authentic 3rd shirt for League One over in England. Every single club are fitted out with their proper goalkeeper shirts. I know that is a major problem here in the lower leagues of England, and is usually a problem in most of the lower leagues for the top countries and just for other leagues in general that aren't as popular. EA, for one reason or another, think they can get away with just giving the goalkeeper a random generic shirt that doesn't match the entire team whatsoever. It isn't accurate, it isn't authentic, but that's where this mod comes in clutch and adds all 24 teams with their proper up-to-date goalkeeper shirts. And look, something like that Wickham Wanderers goalkeeper kit, it's an absolute beauty. A work of art, if you will, and for one reason or another, they just have been too lazy to actually add it into the proper base version of the game. I've also got some goalkeeper kit variants installed, like this Arsenal green version with the Adidas retro logo, just to switch it up from those boring templates. We've got the same going on here with Chelsea's grey variation. You should be able to pick not only what your outfield players are wearing, but what the goalkeepers are wearing too, because Liverpool's goalkeeper shirt, I've got their purple kit installed. Another variant for United, we've got the little pink vibes going on. I added a PSG goalkeeper blue shirt variant with Donnarumma. We've got Bayern's purple goalkeeper shirt. I've got an Atletico Madrid orange goalkeeper shirt, and also for the other side of town, Real Madrid's different black variant. And I hate to admit it, my personal favorite out the bunch is this Man City beige variant for the goalkeeper. It is just absolutely filled with sauce. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules, but that's a stunner. However, if you want to find that other off-white Milan collab kit where they wore it at the San Siro and nobody really seemed to be a fan of it because it looks like Portugal, you can find it right here in Daniel's Realism mod. He has an expanded kit pack add-on that includes both of these off-white collab kits. Now, there's another series of mods that I've come across recently, Rodri Kit Expansion Mods. He focuses on kits mainly, however, there is one key difference that sets his mods apart from the rest. It's a small visual change that makes a whole load of difference, because when you're in the kit selector, you can see the exact piece of clothing that it is impacting with the Bournemouth kit, the purple shorts or the white shorts option, just to make it clearer what the actual option is changing. Like right here for the West Ham kit, you've got the different colored socks. Just like Arsenal have different variants of socks, we've also got different short variations too. So you're gonna see the different options and kinds of garments in the mini kit menu. It's just a cool little touch in my opinion, and something that I've never really seen done before in any other kit expansion pack. However, different short variations and sock variations are made very clear. Options like this should be actually in the base game, because other EA games like Madden, for example, have these options where you can customize each individual element of the kit, down to the socks, down to the shorts. And if you're special like some teams, you get different short variations, different sock colors you can wear, and it also incorporates Man United's different shorts that they usually pair with the home shirt and away shirts. This is a bare minimum feature for sports games nowadays, and EA, for one reason or another, just completely missed the mark with FC. The kit selection feature hasn't changed since its inception, and definitely needs a revamp come FC 26, that's for sure. Now that's enough about this season. Let's look ahead into the future. The new season is fast approaching, quicker than you think, and we have got some brand new kit packs that you can install to make FC 25 feel like FC 26 early. I'm about to hook you guys up with 3 different kit packs you can choose from. We have a lot to rip into. And let's kick it off with Viper's new season kit pack. We are sorted here with over 35 new kits for the brand new campaign coming up, so you can fully immerse yourself in the not too distant future. Some clubs don't get that luxury of every single kit. They only get 1 or 2, like Chelsea here with their home and third shirts. Liverpool and United both look like they've got some big improvements on the horizons. The retro club emblem and the teal look. United's third and away shirt definitely received big upgrades. Man City only have a brand new home shirt to report on. Meanwhile, Nottingham Forest get 2 new season kits here with both a home and away equipped. Spurs aren't usually known for changing up their home shirt too much. However, they do get some second and third shirt alternatives. These are based on leaks, so they might not be 100% true, like this PSG home shirt, which looks pretty much identical besides that red pattern in the middle. We also get a lovely little throwback here with the retro club emblem in this all red look. Bayern, like PSG, are the only team in their country with brand new updated jerseys, and they got a lovely little drippy home design next season with the retro Adidas Originals line. Moving over to Serie A now, where Roma get a fresh new season set, as it's rumored Juventus are going with a bit of pink on their home shirt like the 2020/21 season. A barcode-esque home shirt design that'll definitely be polarizing. Light blue second shirt and the third Adidas Originals kit. Potential champions-elect Inter get 2 nice new updates. Nothing crazy, nothing groundbreaking. Meanwhile, Ajax are fitted out with their new retro club emblem they've reverted back to on pretty much all of their new season kits, plus their Adidas Originals retro. Atletico Madrid are I think the only team that have only got their away shirt and their third shirt updated. Meanwhile, counterparts Barcelona have got their entire 3 selections updated here with their rumored home shirt for next season. They've got a little bit of a gradient going on in the middle, a little fade out. I don't back this one as much as I do their retro orange throwback, the faded out orange, a work of art. I don't know why I'm so gravitated towards it. It is definitely a winner for me. And last but not least, how could you forget Real Madrid? That is their rumored shirt for next season. We've also got a nice little navy blue with some light little fluoro green elements carved in. We've also got their Adidas Original shirt rumored with this kind of all blue effect, a little bit of a tile detailing. You can't forget about the shot stoppers either. New goalkeeper kits to report on for the likes of Arsenal, Aston Villa. Chelsea have opted with this trippy green design. We've got a deep blue color set here for Fulham. Meanwhile, both Liverpool and Manchester United get slightly tweaked goalkeeper alternatives. Tottenham, like Chelsea, have got that same Nike kit template design for the keepers, but this one is like a pink and purple colorway. It's crazy to think that Neuer is still going to be in the sticks for Bayern next season, and this is what he'll be wearing. PSG are under the same Nike template design curse, and this one looks exactly the same as Chelsea. And to finish it off, we've got Roma, Juventus, and Inter, alongside Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and Barcelona in Spain, all with new season goalkeeper shirts. And an added luxury that you can get to make yourself feel even more like a new season is that you can pretty much launch a career mode starting in 2025. The man himself wrote, he cooked here. This is an add-on only available in his version. I've got to show off this add-on in real time, and you can choose to play with or without the time jump. It's honestly up to you depending on what type of save you want to run. It's like live start points, but just jumping ahead of season, and we've loaded up straight in. Let's go ahead down to the calendar and see where we are in the world, in the time period, and bam, 1st of July, 2025, and we've fast-tracked our way towards the summer of 25. Here's another way of proving it. In the My Career section, you just head on down to your career, and you can already see it's just one season. It's the 25-26 campaign already, and it's working as intended here, and we're only a couple months away from 2026. That is crazy, bro. And to add to that, everyone, all the players are a year older, as you'd expect. However, if you do want a more complete, immersive new season experience, I'd recommend going in and customizing the leagues before you spark up your career save. For example, you might as well replace them with the teams most likely to get promoted or have already been promoted by the time this video goes up. I want the Black Cats to come up to the top flight again, so I'm going to put through Sunderland as the 3rd promoted team to win in the playoffs. Do that for the other top 5 leagues and all the other divisions, and bam, you've pretty much got yourselves a pretty immersive 25/26 season ready to go. However, if you're in the mood for some more new season, new kits, and new features, the 25/26 Kits V4 Kit Pack by Viz might be the one for you. This is where it differentiates itself from the other kit mods I've shown off so far. Some shirt designs carry over and are low-key the same when you compare them to other kit packs. However, for the likes of Aston Villa, they're covered here with 2 brand new away and 3rd designs, and in some instances you might prefer these shirt designs and these leaks compared to the other kit packs I've shown you. For example, Chelsea, I think this range is absolutely pinpoint. The away kit is kind of mid, but then that 3rd shirt absolutely eats it up. Meanwhile, Liverpool has pretty much got the exact same home shirt design, but there have been various leaks that have been shared around the internet where some of these kit packs have ventured towards some other wackier designs that have been leaked. They might not be 100%, but if you prefer the designs that this kit pack has to offer, I highly recommend you just go for it. For teams like Newcastle and Spurs, it is still very much up in the air at this point. The different color sets for each kit have been confirmed, but that's where you're going to see the main design differences within all these kit mods. It's up to you which ones you want to use in your career save. Hey, that's me modeling the brand new leaked Borussia Dortmund home shirt. They also get some love in this mod with 2 new designs. This version has Juventus rocking the sponsorless options out of their new kit templates. Meanwhile, Inter get a wacky away variation. Milan get their leaked shirts in this mod too, as they've got 2 new kits added to the roster. It's not only on their kits, but Ajax in general have had their club emblem updated back to that retro look they're reverting to. This pack includes a new Atletico Madrid home shirt, which features a little bit more of a candy cane red stripe design. These Barcelona kits maintain that same design principle, but the colors are slightly more saturated, especially on the home shirt. Don't get too excited for the international scene when it comes to kits, because as far as I'm aware, only Portugal and Mexico have had new threads updated for them, including Portugal's move to Puma. They're ditching Nike, and they've gone for a pretty safe and basic Portugal shirt here. They do have the green shorts, which complement it, but this away shirt, it's kind of wavy, it's kind of funky, as Mexico kind of get cursed with this clean-cut Adidas template looking kit. I don't know what it is about it, but it's got no sauce whatsoever. And one thing I actually forgot to mention was that when you apply these kit mods, those new kit designs will carry over into old saves. So even if you start up a career with a different kit mod activated, once you load up the game again, you will then see the differences. For example, we know that Portugal have a brand new kit, and bam, it does carry over the Puma sponsorship. And because we've launched the game with another kit pack, it just carries over into this save and all your previous career modes. It just depends which one you want to go ahead, download and activate for yourselves. And if you still can't get enough of fresh new kits, I've got the mod for you. We have Matty's FC25 realistic mod. We will be touching on more of it later in the video. However, it does have a fantasy kits add-on, which isn't specifically themed around the next upcoming season to do with leaks and all that. It's just random fantasy kit designs. It just depends what you're after. I'm just trying to be the messenger and show you all the other different kit options that you guys can apply to your game. You can meticulously customize and experiment with the exact visuals that you want. As I have one final fantasy kit pack to show you, lads. It's the Premier League fantasy kits, and it adds brand new shirts for every single Premier League club. Home, away, third, alternate. it. For me, I think it's the perfect kind of mod option to choose if you're so many seasons deep into a career mode and just want to change up the visuals and team kits. And honestly, it's very refreshing and very realistic if you're like in 2030, you want to see some different kit designs. You don't want to see the jerseys from the 24/25 season. You want to see some brand new threads, some wacky designs like this Fulham top. Like some of them are pretty basic, some of them are pretty realistic. Some can be pretty wild, some can be pretty wacky, but others are kind of grounded in reality and look like something that the club would actually wear. So immersion isn't broken here. These are some of my favorite fantasy kit designs because it perfectly blends the crazy wacky shirts with the realistic and authentic versions. Like that is just a proper normal West Ham kit that'll get the job done, but it looks different enough. Same goes with this Wolves shirt, which is just exquisite. Not to mention all the third shirts. This is what you get with the Premier League kit pack. I'm just gonna quick fire through them. Every top flight club get 3 brand new designs, and again, these are perfect if you're long into your career mode save, if you just want to see it shaken up a bit, if you're not a huge fan of the 25/26 campaign leaks, and you want to feel like you're in the future, you want to feel like you're in a different era, this is definitely the way to go. And not only does it include a preview of every single shirt you're going to find in this mod, including home, away, and alternate. This Newcastle kit low-key kind of looks like pajamas, but the other shirts are low-key decent options. Nottingham Forest also have some funky selections. The goalkeeper shirts, I might add. Yeah, these are all the raw files of the goalkeeper shirts. Honestly, this has just been the ultimate kit lovers mod video, as this segment is all about brand new player faces, new updated face scans, and new Wonderkid faces. First up to the plate, it's going to be Viper's face pack with brand new face scans and updates in abundance. Some of them actually include some insane details, like this Lamine Yamal update, which looks way more realistic than the FC25 base version option. He's got his new updated hair, he's got those little highlights, he's balling out with the frosted tips look, and he just looks like he's ready to have a generational run, as the face mod also includes his braces. So whenever he smiles after scoring a goal or providing assist, you'll see the braces on his teeth. Or can we just finally appreciate Gabriel with hair? I swear he made a trip to Turkey like 2-3 years ago, and EA haven't bothered updating his game face whatsoever. He's got a fresh fade, he's got a lineup now, he's bold in the base game and just looks completely different. So this mod has come through and given our boy a hairline. Might I add, this list I'm showing you is only including the brand new updates it's received in this latest V5 version. These are just the most recent additions it comes with, like an Antoine Griezmann facial hair and hairstyle update. He's rocking the man bun with some braids drooping at the back. So this face pack alone is definitely one of the best out there if you want the most complete experience. Another hair update here with Manuel Akanji. Meanwhile, there are some faces in here that are converted from eFootball, like Endrick. For some reason, Konami do a better job at capturing his face than EA do. João Pedro gets a hair update. The list goes on and on, like Dybala with the headbands. But it's most importantly with these new player faces where this pack really shines. It shows a lot of love to the Serie A, which I can get behind because there are so many face scans that haven't been captured yet. The best thing about the mod is that it's free, so you've really got nothing to lose here. Altogether, it gives you hundreds of brand new player faces, star head updates, and keeps up with real life football better than EA can. It's honestly embarrassing at this point that modders can capture the image of players and try and replicate them in-game before EA can ever get around to it. They have the Premier League and Serie A licenses. We should be getting brand new player head scans in every single title update. But no, for some reason, it takes way longer to do, so the modders have to step in, and this is where they can really show off and give the PC career mode player base all the player faces we deserve. From the best players in the world to upcoming wonder kids to players on the rise, this face pack doesn't skip a beat, and we're still going here. We've got way more names to get through, from Saudi Arabia to the top 5 leagues, to wonder kids that aren't even in the game yet, like Esteval Willian, to Premier League starters that are well overdue for an update. Conor Gallagher's changed up his hairstyle too, so EA just can't compete. EA can't keep up with these real world changes. With face mods like this applied to your entire save, it feels much more realistic, you feel much more immersed, and it's just way more authentic to your experience. And we also get 2 variations of Messi. One with his like short summery haircut. This Viper face pack includes the Messi hair update that gives him a bit more of that long hair look that he used to rock. And Viper's come through and over-delivered with a small but much-needed change. And just like that, you're up to date. Those are all the new updates that come through with this V5 face pack version. Next face pack up on the clock, it's going to be Gamer Algorithms V3. So let's deep dive into everything it has to deliver. The major selling point with this face pack, even though it's free, is that it has some more niche and lesser known players like Aiden Heaven, recently signed for Manchester United, is the Arsenal Youth Academy product, and he has his face scan now in the game, just like Sergi Dominguez at Barcelona, and a player that I've never really heard of before, the French centre-back Kevin Pedro at Saint Etienne. Some are completely new, like Marc Bernal. A lot of love shown to the Barcelona boys. We've got Miles Lewis-Skelly. I feel like this mod mostly focuses on the young talents coming through, the hidden gems, rather than the big, massive, already established players. You can see a lot of new Wonderkid face scans here, and that's exactly what you want in career mode. Vitor Reis, the new Man City signing, he's got a 2D profile picture, he's got a head scan to go along with it, and Ethan Nwaneri now is looking way better than his cranium face in the base game. We've got more Barcelona La Masia youth talents getting represented here with Alex Valle. We've got Matteo Prati at Cagliari. We've also got Marc Casado. I just feel like the Barcelona fans are winning here, and rightfully so, considering that their team is licensed to eFootball. So EA can't really capture any of the upcoming Barcelona gems that are rising through the ranks. The Canadian Cannon Buchanan has now got a face scan too. Jarrell Kwanzaa, who's been playing in the Premier League for ages now, and EA still haven't capitalized. Makes you wonder, what is the head scan team doing? What faces are they capturing in the off-season? It'd be a real shame if they're saving it for FC26, but here we've got the likes of Kenan Yildiz. Juventus have a great partnership with EA, hasn't been captured yet. Same goes with Alexander Pavlovic, another highly requested face scan that EA need to get captured. We've got Vitor Roque, Malik Fofana as well. This is a face pack definitely more geared to the new Wonderkids and up-and-coming talents of world football, because for some reason, one way or another, it takes EA way longer than it should to add real young player faces into the game and constantly keep them updated. Like, even though Arda Güler already has his face in the game technically, this face mod right here gives the perfect changes. It just makes his face so much more realistic. Like, when you compare it night and day. Not gonna lie, with EA, they have a very set and forget mindset. They'll add a new Wonderkid face into the game and then just not update it for like 3 or 4 years. So this is where the modders come through to give you new player star heads, new player updates, new hairstyles, all bundled together in one pack where they are all activated. You don't have to manually add them to the players. They are just there, ready for you to use. And not gonna lie, it's just super convenient. And again, you have to pick personal preference on this one, whether you want this face pack or the Viper face pack. We have a different version of Lamine Yamal here. Jules Koundé has the noodle hair update. Not gonna lie, I think this head scan is from PES or eFootball, and it's just been converted and modded into FC25. I think this face pack gives updates where needed and also does an absolutely amazing job on some young upcoming Wonderkid talent. So you should definitely apply this mod to your game and get around it for your next career mode save. I've also got some cool other face mods for individual players that kind of just stand on their own. They're not part of any packs. Like another ex-Arsenal Academy, Manchester United young gun, Cheeto Obi Martin, who's been recently added into the game with a generic face as you'd expect, but I've got 2 different Cheeto Obi variations that you can apply. This is my favorite version to use, and I'll leave the second link down below. We've got a CR7 present day face mod. If you're not a fan of how he looks like in the base game, this is what he looks like in PES. He definitely has more of a realistic look compared to the cartoony version that hasn't changed in like 3 FIFAs in a row. Not that I ever like giving PES or Konami any credit, but they've actually kind of done well here. Same goes for another Saudi League face scan here, and that's Roberto Firmino, who's got both of his arm tattoos. He's received a face update, got a hair update. He's just had a little makeover here in this individual face mod. He's fully inked up. You just can't forget about the veneers job here. The teeth whitening detail is added, and his smile is shining brighter than Man United's future right now, and there is still more to come. A Jude Bellingham face update with a bit higher quality textures involved, and has also given him a bit of beard stubble, a bit of fluff if you call it. He's got a little facial hair added too. And looks like the boy's stressing. He's had some sleepless nights because the eye bags are very visible and present on this face scan. The real life faces just keep getting updated, which is part of the reason why I've got so many new details and face updates that I have to talk about. about. Can we get some love for another huge element about career mode? Because the enhanced outfits mod has received a big new update and has it come through with a lot of graphical changes, so let's get into it. Whether you're creating a brand new manager from scratch or playing with a real manager, the mod unlocks more realistic clothing options for you to equip, and you get plenty of brand new clothing options to try out. In the inner top section, you're gonna notice way more sponsored polo shirts. We've even got navy sweaters in here that kind of look a bit more like windbreakers, but they are branded. You can choose Nike, Adidas, just to have a plain one. You can choose more golf-esque polo shirts. You can also have a sponsored Nike golf shirt. Where it gets saucy, where the drip starts to come out, it's the outer top section. Not only do you get these fire suit selections, like they are very detailed once you get a better look into them, but you also get some nice new like windbreaker jacket type options that are included in this update alone. You also have got some darker black options, some different brands, some more color combinations, and it just looks way better than whatever the default game gives you, like what we've been used to ever since like FIFA 20. Haven't been bothered changing any of the managerial clothes, and now you can get even bigger trench coats. You can go for the formal look, you can go for the coaching trainer look, or you can go for the casual tracksuit. It is up to you, and that's what I love about it, because these are actually branded. You can either match the sponsor or you could just go with something completely different. I mean, it's pretty much up to you. I really love this kappa design, how you've got the logo running down the whole entire leg, but that's just me. There's Nike, Puma, you've also got the famous 3 stripes, and you can make it all come together by not only giving a real life manager facial accessories like glasses, but you can make the fit come alive with this mod, as we have some brand new shoe options here. We have got some different runners, some different joggers, some Adidas branded casual runners. We've also got some training boots that some coaches wear on the training grounds. We've got some Air Jordan type shoes. We've got some Nike basketball classic looks, various types of sneakers that are just chill. They can bring the outfit together. You can customize your look. We've even got some tradie work boots in the mix, but yeah, you could go for whatever type of casual indoor football runner look you want and really encapsulate the trainer vibe with all these different brands to work with. You love to see it. You can go for the hype beast look or more of a traditional football coach on the sidelines. Not only your clothing, but the shoes catalog has been expanded, and now managers can be completely fitted out, and it breathes some much needed fresh air into the manager customization realm, because we've just been stuck with the same old cosmetics for years now, and it's a shame knowing that this is the kind of customization potential that the base game gets robbed of. Some assets also get changed, like the bottles that show up in the press conference room and now Pepsi branded. Again, these mods love attention to detail, and that's shown in abundance here. And then the goalkeeper bottles, when you actually enter a match next to the goals, they are Gatorade branded. The classic orange lid, green body make, instead of just seeing generic bottles everywhere. You can also see them in the negotiation room cutscenes. So yeah, just keep an eye out. They're there in the background, that there are new assets and hidden branded elements hidden throughout. In recent years, we've seen the Man City Real Madrid rivalry hit new heights, especially in the Champions League. It's even better now. It's hit new heights here because we have a TIFO mod. The Rodri Ballon d'Or TIFO added to the pre-match pageantry when you face up against Real Madrid. And there it is in all its glory. So all 3 of you Man City fans can rub it in the face of Real Madrid whenever you come up against them in the Champions League, and just put up the old Rodri Ballon d'Or TIFO just to have it there, just to put that aura and create the atmosphere around the Etihad. You can see it in the background whilst the teams are shaking hands and singing the Champions League anthem, and it just adds a cool realistic element to the rivalry that you don't get to see in any other football game. Like, this is just, oh man, the modders have gone crazy this year. This has been the best year for modding, hands down. And to have it there right next to the Real Madrid away support is, oh, that's just an extra level of shithousery that I didn't expect from the Man City fans. Not only that, but we have 2025's Champions League match ball for this season, or the Champions League final ball, I should say. Look, that ethereal green just gives it that classy look of high-stakes football. It's literally, oh man, UEFA cooked with this one. It's A tier for me, S tier. Let's bring it up a notch, because that is just beautiful. And it's going to be on full display come June in Munich. And Rhodes Wonderkids Expansion Mod adds various new Wonderkids to the game that aren't actually in the main database, or they're just too young to be added to the game game yet. For example, Francesco Camarda, the AC Milan Youth Academy product who was tearing it up in their youth ranks, is now making senior appearances for the first team. He has to wait until FC 26, but we've got him here early, the 16-year-old striker. 64 overall, 76 finishing, 72 balance, 77 acceleration. He's looking very promising and could be Italy's future number 9 to score goals on goals. We also have another AC Milan youth product who was in the game at launch, then got removed halfway through. I think now he's back, but this mod gives him a nice little 2D mini face there. Mattia Liberali also gets a face scan like his teammate Francesco Camarda. It also gives new face scans for Wonderkids already in the game, like Jewison Bennett, the Costa Rican left mid / right mid at Sunderland, and also some 2D mini picks like Gustavo Nunes at Brentford, the Brazilian who's barely seen any time on the Premier League pitch this season, like Luis Guilherme. It's like a trio of Brazilians who haven't really gotten that much success and minutes on the pitch for their respected clubs. That's no different than Pedro Lima at Wolverhampton. The attacking wingback with an interesting afro gets a face scan. Otherwise, if you rely on EA to add a face into the game for him, you're probably going to have to wait till FC 26, just like this guy Giovanni Quenda and Jordi Mocchio. He was included in this Wonderkids roster as a brand new star, but recently he's been added to the game by EA, the Belgian centre-back / CDM at Ajax. They just have a never-ending conveyor belt of talent at that club, and Jordi Mocchio isn't any different at 16 years of age. Same goes with Esteval Williani till he makes the move to Chelsea in real life for FC 26. That's when he'll make his proper career mode debut, but for now, we've got to rely on mods, not just to add his face scan into the game, but put him on the Chelsea team. We've also got some Wonderkids and Youth Academy talents here that we might have to wait till FC 27 to see him in game. We have Rio Nguema from Liverpool. He's only 15, the left winger already has 4-star skill moves, so he's a tricky little player. 82 acceleration, 79 sprint speed, already 5'11". Could be another Raheem Sterling type player to emerge at Anfield. Keep an eye on him as we move down to Joan Martinez. Playing for the Real Madrid youth teams, he went viral a couple months back thanks to his haircut, but he's got the face scan here, he's got his 2D profile pic, and that just reminded me that he existed, because I completely forgot about this guy. Loran Lucas at Flamengo, 18 years old, again, could be on the verge of a big move in the summer. I'm sure many European clubs are circling, and Jaylan Mitchell is another one of these Wonderkids already in the game, but he's gotten a lovely little face update, as it's another Brazilian superstar talent, João Henrique, over at Fluminense, only 18 years of age. I'm sure this isn't the last time we're going to hear of him. Could Shea Lacey be the answer to Manchester United's attacking problems? The 17-year-old who's emerging through the ranks at Carrington. When is he going to get his Premier League debut? Might as well throw him on. Thanks to United's lack of attacking depth, we might as well give him a go. The season's pretty much over. The right wing, cam, left wing, he play anywhere in attack, and could be another famous United Youth Academy product to make it big. We've also got Arsenal's youth star Max Dowman. The 15-year-old at the Emirates is making a decent impression in the youth squads and could potentially have a bright future for not only the Gooners, but the English national team. And last but not least, we have Guilherme Fernandes at Barcelona, yet another La Masia Youth Academy product that they're bringing onto the scene. It is unprecedented what they're doing over there. The money problems that this club have got, they're digging into the depths of La Masia and unearthing all these brand new Spanish talents. He hasn't been added into the game yet officially. This mod gives you the opportunity to sign these superstars up before they become mainstream. If you want to start a career mode save with some exclusive new Wonderkids, get around this mod because it brings so many new talents into the game that we should be expecting to make a debut come FC 26. But for now, we've got these mods to hold us over. Now, KO's free scoreboard mega pack keeps getting updated here in FC 25, and it's just released its latest free version with a huge variety of decent broadcast packages included, and I'm going to show you guys just a couple of my new favorites. And the first league we're going to stop off at is the Indian Super League. Who would have thought that coming? But for some reason, their broadcast package goes absolutely hard. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it that is just absolutely sensational. I'll let it speak for itself because it's just an absolute visual marvel to look at. So I kind of had zero expectations with what it would actually look like, and I'll let it speak for itself. Bro, I'll let you guys take it in, because one of my favorite features is not even the scoreboard or the pop-ups, but the goal scoring animation. It's what happens after the goal celebrations, where not only it doesn't pop up in the bottom left, it actually uses the scoreboard up there, and it's just that slight little detail which is so cool and so unique to this broadcast package. But it's cool to see that we're getting some scoreboard innovation over here in India. Switching up the continents here, where we get to see the Argentine Primera Liga have their own scoreboards. An exclusive broadcast package for the first time in FIFA history right here. We have got the classic Boca Juniors River Plate derby, and now playing Argentinian football, Argentinian career modes are gonna go just that much more harder. It kind of reminds me of the old retro 2018 La Liga broadcast package. Not that it looks the same in any way, but here's how it looks all together come kickoff. It's just one of the many missing pieces that South American football was missing with FC25. I hate seeing those generic scoreboards and the generic little transition. It's time we treat these leagues with respect. How's the goal scorer pop-up look? It's gonna come through in that bottom left-hand corner. It's clean, it's consistent. And that's all we want at the end of the day. From Argentina to Ireland, we are now moving to the Irish Premier League, where we've got the broadcast package, which just has got its own unique character and flavor about it. It's got this very painted on, brushed on aesthetic, and offers up an aesthetic that no other league seems to capture. Like, there's this little blob on the side there, just giving it that extra splash on screen effect. It's wild, it's crazy, it's out there. They're doing their own thing over there in Ireland. And there's a good look at the scoreboard. If you couldn't tell already, I have a goal nets mod on where it's improved triangular goal nets. That's chugging along and applied in the background. So if the goal nets look really weird and funny to you, that's what I'm testing out right now. It's only for triangular goal nets, and it gives it just this weird texture, this strange little droopy look, depending on if you have it loose, regular, or tight. And just the way the ball interacts with the net once it's hit impact. Honestly, I've never seen a goal net mod like it, and this kind of net shape and fashion, it's going out of style. You don't see it often. So it's satisfying to see them all working as intended, just like the Swiss Super League broadcast package right here, the Credit Suisse Super League to be exact. I ain't gonna lie, it's very underrated, underappreciated, and underutilized, and it just makes you think how many authentic game day overlays we're missing from the base version of the game. Scoreboards, graphics, the whole match day experience. Let's go, Shaqiri, wind back the clock like it's 2016 all over again, and that little goal scorer pop-up fits the vibe too. All that and more, including cup competition graphics and scoreboards, with this free mega pack right here. I'm a FIFA soundtrack enthusiast, a FIFA song nerd as much as the next guy. I'll gladly admit that, and I've shown you guys before the standalone FIFA nostalgia soundtrack mod. And we can't forget the FC25 music mod, which brings in some World Cup songs, some Euro songs, and some old FIFA songs as well in a nice little playlist mix. A couple of random songs are thrown in there too, but at its core, it's a footballing soundtrack. They're audio mods that bring back all the memories. That's where I introduced to you QF5's music mod, completely overhauling the current soundtrack with some of the best rap and hip hop songs. We got Travis Scott, we got Kanye, we got Kendrick, we got Tyler the Creator, some of the best rappers and hip hop artists, some of their greatest hits, some of their recent hits, some mad throwbacks, some albums having multiple songs on here. You can see the list for yourselves. We've got Mask Off by Future, taking you back to 2017. We've got stuff from Utopia, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, some Kendrick. I know this is controversial. I know it's not generally the music sounds you go for in a FIFA game, but if you just wanted to switch it up and see what these songs would feel like in the menus, here's your one-way ticket to do so. And I know they're more associated with Madden, NBA 2K. Why not throw them into FC? You might have a fun time, who knows? So no matter what music mood I'm in, both these two mods sit on either side of the spectrum, and they'll satisfy my moods on that day no matter what. It's the crossover we didn't know we needed. I'm so grateful for it because some of these beats and instrumentals go absolutely off in the menus and the practice arena. This one hits home for me, not gonna lie. Now let's just have some fun with the game. Let's get weird and wacky with some fantasy face mods. If you're a fan of Marvel, you're gonna be all over this one. We now have the Marvel Cinematic Universe in FC25 with the likes of Spiderman, Venom, and Hulk. What in the multiverse of madness is this? For some reason, these faces are assigned to Merlin, Brazier, and Balerdi of Marseille. But believe it or not, there is a simple way we can make these player models even better. First thing you want to do here is get rid of that little glitch that happens with the shirt. You want to come on over to the kit section, and you want to make sure that the kit fit or the jersey fit is tight, so you get rid of those little holes that pop up. We're going to back on out of the player editor, head on down down, and there you go. We've transformed him into Spider-Man. He's got the full suit on. Let's pull down his socks to get a bit better of a view, and you can see the entire outfits under there. And bam, in a couple clicks, you've got a fully greened out Hulk and a fully blacked out Venom. It feels like we're playing Marvel Rivals right now. Nah, ain't no way, bro. Forget Villain FC for Marseille. They are straight up Marvel Heroes FC. This back four in-game is going to go absolutely crazy. Now let's see how they look in action. There you go. You can see Spider-Man walking the team out, the team captain in his full suited glory. Imagine the opposition's faces when they see they're up against some of Marvel's best heroes. Oh my god, Hulk has got a fresh fade. He's got a fresh cut as well. Alright, that's it. Now we're talking. Now we mean business. An 8'2" beefed up amazing Hulk. This is going to be something special now. Oh my goodness me. There he is in all his glory. The amazing Hulk taking center stage. He holds his rightful place as an 8'2" captain. Now let's see how he plays in game. And if you haven't noticed already, I've actually got a filter on it that activates that old school FIFA 19, FIFA 20 Champions League lighting. If you've ever played that game, you know for a fact that the game lighting is just different when you play a Champions League game. I don't know, for some reason those Champions League nights had like that blue tone, that blue atmosphere to it, and it just brought a different ambiance and a different kind of feeling to those Champions League nights. Come on. Oh my god, Hulk just barging through everyone. No one can take him down. He's a physical beast. And now Hulky boy in the clear, and there is your celebration of Hulk. And now you can start to see that vibe. I don't know, do you guys remember that Champions League lighting from like FIFA 19? Is it bringing back any memories? Do you have a little bit of a throwback with it? I don't know, I can definitely see that blue tint. It reminds me of the retro FIFAs. It reminds me of when EA got back the Champions League license, and you know, those European nights just look like they had a blue filter over them. Does it have that FC 25 vibe, or does it look out of place? The boys are celebrating Spider-Man and Venom. I don't know if you guys have seen recently, but Conor McGregor has started to play like Sunday League or something. I don't know. There were some videos of him playing football. However, you can now get Conor McGregor's face in the game, and you can kind of apply it to any player you want. In this case, let's slap it on to Evan Ferguson. Click save on our changes, and bam, Evan Ferguson has now got Conor McGregor's face. This is just an example just to show you guys that it is in fact working. We do have the controversial meme god, UFC champion, however you know him. He is now in FIFA thanks to this PC mod, and his head scan, his face is actually quite decent, and of course it is free. You can apply it to any real life player like I've just done there. Create a player from scratch in the main menu, and then apply the face ID to him later down the line. Just as an example, I've made a little mock-up here, just what you'd probably put if you are to make Conor McGregor, giving him some boxing tape on that left wrist and giving him an accurate celebration. Pretty much every single detail besides his head. Then you can either use him in manager mode or play career mode. However you want to do things, there will be an option, and you go through the exact same process, chucking in that head asset ID, making sure it's set to specific, hit player, hit save, and bada boom, bada bam. His face mod carries over into player career, just how you'd want things. Fantasy faces also carry over into manager career, and pretty much every realm of offline gameplay, offline modes. It's just like any other face mod. You've just got to apply it with either live editor or cheat engine, and people like Conor McGregor, Marvel superheroes and villains can all pop up in FC 25. I'm not going to take up too much of your time with the social media improvement mods. I'm talking about the social media overhaul for FC 25 and the FC 25 social media tweak. They both add a huge list of influencers and celebrities to the comment sections. I've shown the overhaul off in my player career mode mods video. Here's how it should look like for you once you've applied it. You get a whole bunch of news outlets added. You get some Twitter accounts, some Facebook accounts in there, and the tweak is pretty much just all about the commenters. You're gonna say like Mr. Beast in there, Gerard Piqué, Keanu Reeves for some reason, Kylie Jenner, like she cares. I don't even know why they're there, but they're there just in case you want to see LeBron James. Here's what it looks like coming together combined with them two and the expanded like UI version of it. You get an upscaled social media section where it just takes up more of the screen. You guys know the drill by now, but I just wanted to showcase them all in action, all together. You get to see verified badges, actual proper looking emojis. I'm not going to cap a lot of these people. I got no idea who they are. There's a lot of names that I've never seen before, but at least they've got real profile photos and they actually look look like real humans commenting on something, not just random people that look like they're from the crowd in FIFA. They're real life people, real life accounts, and it's all incorporated within the social media news feed. You either love it or hate it. And obviously, depending on where you're managing, you're gonna get the media outlets and news that is dedicated to your country, and journalists that are actually accurate and representative of the leagues they report on. The social media tab has been improved tenfold with these mods. Honestly, I can't go back to how it looks on the generic game. It just looks absolutely pathetic at times, and this is how it should be without special modifications. Now, just like we've had the easy menu mod shortcuts added to player career mode, we also have the exact same treatment for manager career mode now. Thanks to these QH7 mods, your menu navigation experience is 10 times better. We also have the return of some old school features here, like in the squad section, where you can check in on your own club's injury list and just gives you a nice little summary of their status, how long they're out for, what type of injury they have, and you could also scurry throughout the league and kind of spy on if any team's having injury crises. For this save, it looks like, well, why does no one have injuries? Well, like halfway through the season, that's impossible. In this day and age, are you serious? Oh no, we've got Villarreal with Thierno Barry. He's torn his quadricep muscle and he's out for 3 months. That is literally the only injury in the league happening right now. I can't believe it. Sitting here patiently waiting for some more injuries to happen. I'm low-key praying on this league's downfall. Let's head on over to the squad section where you just click in the right stick and bam, we have Valencia with 2 little injuries here to Diego Lopez, who's now back in training, but he sprained his ankle, and Ivan Jamé, who had an Achilles strain and is out for 6 months, and he's doing some physiotherapy. I still will never forgive EA for removing this one, and I don't think the community will either. We also have the retro kits number changing menu. It used to be its own separate thing, but now it's kind of integrated into the squad hub, but this is how it used to look like back in the day, so you can just change players and see everyone's numbers at the exact same time on the one page. And then you can see the effects that took place on the squad if you were to change the number. So you can micromanage and customize all of your squad's kit numbers until your heart's content. As for the rest of the options you get, they can be found pretty much anywhere. You hit LT and you get all these new different options here. You can hit one button, go straight to your squad. We've got the return of the save button. So you can just click the start button and your game is saved. No more scrolling all the way to the end. If you want to go to your development plans, you just hit RB and bam. It's just so instant. It's just so snappy. You hit the left trigger, you can go straight to your youth academy by hitting the left bumper. No more slugging away and scrolling through the menus. Hit the right trigger and you can go to the stats section, the top goal scorers, top assisters. Click the left trigger in and you can go straight to your squad section. What if I click Y? Does that go straight to search? It goes, oh, straight to player search, just like that. Instead of slugging your way through the laggy menus, what happens if I click the right trigger, edit teams? Can I edit actual team lineups? Let's have a look. Oh shit, I didn't think this mod would deliver like this. What is going on? Well, I can just go in, yeah, what about the national teams? I can just go in and change up the whole entire setup. I can change the entire starting 11, move players around. If Thomas Tuchel's got Grealish starting on the left-hand flank, I can, you know, make Cole Palmer start instead of him and then save the changes. Bam, my changes are saved. Damn, this mod definitely does walk the walk and talks the talk. You can edit any team lineup in world football and have full creative control of every single team in the game. United are playing Xerxes at right wing. Yeah, we can get rid of that and play Ahmad instead. Not only do you get cool little snappy shortcuts that actually work, you get some power and feel like you're the one pulling the strings. You can just click RT anywhere you are in the menu and go straight to your transfer shortlist. And if you don't want to scroll through all the tabs, you can literally be anywhere in this main menu and just click Y or triangle on your controller depending on what controller you have, and it pretty much just takes you straight back to the home page in an instant. Like, we can go through here and change up settings you're not supposed to be getting access to in the base game. Like, I can change my currency on the fly mid-save. I can turn off club growth objectives on or off. I can turn international job offers on or off mid-save. I can change my board expectations. I can literally customize every aspect of the save like you should be able to, but for some reason EA just don't let you. I can go from my transfer hub to my scouting network back on over to the home page to get ready for the next game in a couple of clicks. It is literally convenience personified. You could get instant access to load squads, save squads, and download updates just through one button click. The Easy Menu Pro is definitely one for the menu merchants like myself, and for those career mode players that just want those key elements of control back to the player. We're back again with fresh new career mode menu backgrounds, and we have a whole new suite here with the realistic mod by Matty. I'm particularly a major fan of these like office, feel like you're in the building type feels. The themes here are absolutely insane. I love it. You're at the Emirates Stadium if you're managing Arsenal in the backgrounds. It's just a cool little vibe you get, which makes you feel like you're part of the club. Same goes here for Chelsea. It feels like you're just, you're spending a day at Stamford Bridge, managing the team, watching all the daily operations go by, and you've got the lovely stadium in the back. Here's a version at Anfield if you're managing Liverpool. You've got a lovely little office space, and it's tailored specifically to your club. Like, you go from that boring black generic wall to a stadium background. It's night and day. It's not just English teams. We've got some German giants in here to get the same treatment, and I love this little transition from the manager presentation thrown into the main menu, and that's how it greets you. You get to see the stadium, you get to see the arena at all times, even though the Allianz Arena isn't in FC 25. Borussia Dortmund, though, take a completely different approach. This one might be one of my favorites. As you can see, you've got a nice little computer in the background, you've got your office desk, you've got some chairs in there, and the stadium background is at night. It's got the floodlights are on, the pitch in the stadium is beautifully lit up, and it's just a different type of office environment you get to see. Similar to RB Leipzig, they've got the same kind of theme going on. The glass room with the view onto the night pitch. Who would have thought one little aesthetic change in the menu background would make the UI and the whole screen so much more aesthetically pleasing to look at and make it feel that much more satisfying. Like, you're managing Leipzig, you're seeing the stadium, you feel way more immersed in your managerial experience. And it doesn't stop there. I think we've got a Spurs menu background too. Here is their new stadium. It's a state-of-the-art modern marvel, and you get to see it every single time you load up into the menus. And the Bianconeri Juventus follow suit, and the stadium's out during the day. It's beautiful sunshine. These new office background themes, specifically tailored to clubs, it's got to be one of my favorite new menu mods, hands down. And can you believe it? The mod creator even threw in a team-specific wallpaper for my boys Frosinone. Was this one just directed at me, or was this just a pure coincidence? Big ups, my brother. I'll definitely be using this one for my Frosinone road to glory, don't you worry. The Youth Academy Extended Name Pool mod is back for FC 25, with the nations benefiting being Brazil, Germany, Italy, Portugal, and Spain. Each one now has over 320 new last names and 280 new first names. So I'm going to put you guys on today and give it its first spin to see if it actually works and we don't get the same old Youth Academy player names popping up all the time. I'm definitely going to run through some more extensive tests to see how deep the name pool actually is when I make my Youth Academy exclusive mods video, but for now, I just want to show off and see what it has to offer because it is new. We're kind of cooked. It doesn't affect us so far, but once you get all those scout reports back, I'm definitely singing some new names straight off the bat. We've got Youssef Cifuentes, we've got Oscar Navarrete, Juan Francisco Blasquez, we have Eusebio Valor, which I feel like is a new one, and also Enrique Cabello. What about Brazil? What are we getting over here? We've got Eduardo Jr., Jonas Correa, Oleques, I've never really seen that last name before, or Ari Minx, Expedito Guerassi. I don't know, you Brazilians, you gotta let me know. Are these specified authentic Brazilian names that you would see in Brazil? We've got Ice Spice's long lost brother, Raimundo Spice. I don't care what potential you are, lad. If you get an Ice Spice in the crowd at Old Trafford, I'm signing you up. Luan Bandira, we've got Valdivino Guarani. I feel like these names are so much more specific and unique. How do the Germans pull up to the party? Do we get to see some new different names? I don't really scout too much in Germany, to be fair, so I'm not too familiar with all the common German names you see, but we've got Roman Ganser. I feel like these are more of the names that you don't really see too often. Gerrit Rathman, we've got Johan Blind down here, Niels Heckel. We're throwing in the other two nations, Italy and Portugal, into the mix. I feel like this one's a little bit more up my alley, but we've only got 4 players back here. What's this scout doing? But Umberto Trevisan is definitely an Italian name that you won't get in the base game. Sandor Fiore is also up there too. This mod gives you a higher chance of seeing more uncommon last names and first names into the mix, like Guilherme Nascimento. It helps you with immersion and just eradicates those same 5 names you see for certain countries, and as obviously the game goes on, this name pool mod is going to extend to other countries and add more names to its repertoire. But I love this one, Valdomiro Gasparotto. Giovanotto. Brother, this academy mod has me out here signing up players based on their names alone. Like, this just sounds cool, so I'm gonna sign him. I don't care if he's only got 80 potential. Claudio Ferraz, welcome to the gang. Patricio Romualdo, welcome to Carrington, my brother. I swear I could spend all day doing this, just finding new cool names and new players to sign up, sending scouts to these 5 nations to try and discover every single new name added into the name pool, like Ambrosio Amorim. Come on over, lad. We're now recruiting the Amorim family to Old Trafford. Again, we're gonna go more into depth with this one in my Youth Academy mods video coming up next. So make sure you stay subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out when that video drops. Now, there's some cool new features that I want to highlight from the Danielz Realism mod that I've been itching to talk about, and I've just been trying to fit it into a video. I think this is the perfect time to do it, as there are some cool add-ons and little features you can add to your experience. For example, every single team in the world have a winter gloves assignment mod, where if you apply it to your game, every single player from that specific team have the same branded gloves. For example, at Man City, every single player is going to be wearing Puma gloves because obviously Man City's kit supplier is Puma. We've got Vitor Rias wearing Puma gloves. We've got the players that decide to wear gloves in game, like Denzel Dumfries. It's going to be specific to whatever team they're playing for. So we've got Leicester sponsored by Adidas. Their players are all going to be wearing Adidas gloves. And you see the vision. You don't have to change up anything. It's just automatically on once you launch your game. Even some more obscure brands like Macron for Bologna. Yeah, whatever brand you see here on this list have automatically been assigned to their respective clubs. And if you're not a fan of the brand or the team assignment, you can change it up to whichever gloves you want. Maybe it's a sportswear brand that the actual player is sponsored by, so it doesn't have to match whatever the kit supplier is. The power is in your hands with all these glove sponsorship opportunities. It's one of those mods where you can just get that luxury of letting it run in the background and it does all the work for you. His mod also comes through with some fresh balls to add to your match day experience. Once you head on over to your settings, you can then customize it to whichever one you want, and where you're going to see the most changes happening, it's in the generic EA balls section. You've got to scroll all the way down to the end. We've got some retro Premier League match balls from a couple seasons ago. You're going to see it replaces all the generic match balls. You can see the EA Sports black and blue, but no, it's an Adidas Retros original ball. We've got some Euros 2004 match balls from the World Cup in 2006. Oh my god, the 2014 World Cup final ball. Some blasts from the past. Just some extra match balls to throw in there, like the 2010 World Cup final. And surprises you with a whole new catalog. And you can just click random if you want to experience them all. And gradually, if you play more matches, you're gonna get a nice refreshed new match ball every single time. Bro, this ball pack is giving me life. It's an absolute beauty to behold in the modern day. In FC25 right here, it is just shining. It's glowing. It's had a glow up, most definitely. But I also want to show off the no crowds mod that comes with this specific realism mod. And look at the stadium before the match. It's empty. It's completely bare. And that's not going to change right here as we load up into the game. All the pre-match festivities happen. But right now, there is just no one in the stadium. It's like we're recreating the COVID era. Lockdown football it is. And you're playing a match behind closed doors. There's not a peep coming out of this crowd. It's an empty Old Trafford the lads are setting foot on. And the atmosphere gets sucked out of the stadium entirely. Not a single soul besides the photographers, the ball boys, the security guards. There's not much bad behavior to be ironing out here in the crowds because there's literally no one in attendance. So I'm not sure why they're getting paid or why they're here. But it's Old Trafford doing its best impression of the empty had. This right here is the only mod that gives you this feature. However, if you want to edit the crowd capacity and ensure that you at least have a couple of fans in the crowd, it's not just a complete dead zone. Let me introduce you to QH7 stadium attendance adjustments, where you can add on mods that deliver you a sparse stadium attendance with a target of 5 to 30% crowds and a 1 to 10% target when you have a minimal stadium attendance. Here's what the crowd look like when you do have the stadium attendance adjusted. You're going to see some more empty seats. You're going to see a bit of crowd fluctuation in areas and certain pockets that have more fans compared to others. The more you look around the stadium, in this case, I've gone with RB Leipzig. I just think their stadium is the perfect case in point, the perfect case study to see this mod in action. And here's where I've seen it have the biggest impact. When you're at a massive stadium like the Wanda Metropolitano, you're going to see the top decker, the upper decker of the stadium in the nosebleeds is like pretty much nearly completely empty. There aren't too many paying customers customers up in the nosebleed section, but you can see the vision, you can see what it's trying to achieve, and I'd recommend this one over having the stands completely bare and completely empty. Even though the crowd is reduced, at least you can generate some sort of atmosphere. And another big feature that I want to transition into with this Danielz Realism mod is all the various Anthem jackets you're going to see for all the big clubs, small clubs, brand new match day outfits. And Los Blancos have one of my favorites right here. It is sleek, it is classy. Even though it's a sunny day here in Leipzig, RB Leipzig have their team jackets on. And sometimes if you're lucky in the cold winter months, both teams will be wearing it. I love how there's always like a pocket of like 5-10 people, even with the no crowds mod on. But both here, Manchester City and Chelsea have their team jackets on. It is hailing down with snow right here at Stamford Bridge, and they are both covered up whilst they line up for the team song. Authentic club outfits, especially on these freezing cold away days, it's a necessity at this point. Now, one of the cool attention to detail features with the Anthem jackets is that depending on what kit you wear, depends on what Anthem jacket your players are going to wear. And that'll be reflected in the pre-match festivities, especially PSG's little pink Jordan away jumper. It's just fresh, it's fruity, it's got those nice little accents in it, and it's just something you're going to pick up and notice the more you use it. Depending on home, away, or third, some teams have multiple Anthem jackets to pick from, and if you're managing one of the top dogs, you're going to be spoiled in that regard because they have different clothing options in abundance. To be fair, the range of Anthem jackets you're going to see is truly quite impressive and just makes you think how much merch and teamwear we're actually missing in the base game. Because this is just unfair, bro. Look at this source. Multiple leagues, multiple teams, multiple nations. They're all covered in the winter months. Now, I know I just freshly dropped a video adding multiple new leagues and competitions to the game, but I've got another trick up my sleeve here with the Spanish Expansion Patch 25, which adds the third tier of Spanish football, the Primera Federación, and it brings a whole lot more content to the table. I can tell you that for free. File loaded up, and we've got, what, nearly 40 new teams added to the game here, a whole new division, a whole new promotion relegation dynamic. The only clubs that haven't been added to this bundle, which I don't know if I agree with the decision, but it's the academy teams like FC Bilbao's second squad, Barcelona B, Real Madrid's academy team, those sort of, you know, the big clubs that have an academy team, they haven't been involved in this. So we are missing a few teams here and there, but pretty much every single club that aren't in FC 25 already have made it here with the Primera Federación. We've got UD Ibiza, who made their debut in FIFA 22, have been relegated since, but yeah, these are the kinds of caliber of teams. You can do a major Spanish road to glory here in the third tier. The team that PK has a majority ownership in, FC Andorra, and a couple of clubs that are usually mainstays in the Segunda Division and are looking to climb their way back to the top. You can see all the club kits are there too. All the licensing is sorted, home, away, and third, goalkeeper kits. These Spanish modders have gone the full authentic route, and this is probably one of the best free mods out there. If you want to expand Spanish football, this is the one for you. Let me know what other one-star team has all their players' 2D mini faces and profile pictures in the game. You've got the proper league logo and the licensing. Every single player in the third tier has a proper photo. You get to put a face to the name, and the level of detail is quite frankly unbelievable, and it gets even better because not only does every single player get a 2D mini face in the league, but every single manager right here on the roster, you've got 40 new head coaches to take charge with, and the whole lineup is here. They might not have proper face scans or anything, but at least they've got photos, and this mod just feels that much more legitimate. And once you pick your squad you want to manage and boot up your career mode save, you get the proper authentic league match ball and the league accurate looking captain's armband for your team captain. This is how the league is formatted. Here is how the table looks. Once you check the standings, you do have two groups, Group A and Group B, which is exactly how it works in real life. The top spot gets automatic promotion. Meanwhile, the top 8, I believe, qualify for the promotion playoffs, and it's kind of split into two regional groups. You can already see it being teased in the standings list of competitions. The playoffs, Ascenso, and Final Campeon. Over 120 new kits have been added with this expansion patch, and you also get accurate stadium names right here, like we're playing at the Ruta de la Plata. And to bring it all together with the proper broadcast feel, you also receive the third division scoreboard, which is about to pop up right now. There it is. That was a sneaky little transition there. It gives you that Spanish vibe, and it's reminding me of the national team. The referees carry carrying the League Authentic match ball, which is a nice touch. You can see it in action right there. Something else I wanted to get a good look at was those custom captain's armbands, and they're actually specific to your team. Yeah, right here, the other team have a completely different armband, so it's club specific, not league specific. Another key detail that's involved in this mod is the proper piece of silverware, the accurate trophy. And there it is. Come the end of the season, it is CD Lugo to win the league, or at least win Group A to get promoted to the Segunda Division, and that's your look at the trophy. Nastic de Taronga won the other group, so they get that second promotion prize, and the trophy, it's definitely not what I expected whatsoever. And the winner of the playoffs, that third and final promotion spot to the second tier, or maybe it's just the two champions, the two teams that came first face each other in like a different kind of final. I've got no idea how it actually works. You Spanish football fan enthusiasts, let me know, because the trophy mini pick also gets added in the menus. And another trophy that gets a beautiful 3D model added to the game. It's actually the Supercopa de España. It's a generic trophy in the base game, but there it is in all its shiny glory. It's glossy and it's got just a lovely sheen vibe to it. EA have got the La Liga license, so I still have no clue why it's not properly actually represented in the base game. You get to have a better look at it through the trophy celebrations and all the post-match antics. And there it is, the Supercopa de España. I don't know if it's because EA are lazy or they just can't be bothered buying the license for it, but nevertheless, we have mods here to give you that full Spanish experience. This is the ultimate Spanish mod, and it's free to download, so what more could you want? It's time to switch up and talk about the CRM mod for FC25 by Dreams Mods. And let me tell you, with the additions it brings to the table, if you're a fan of Central American football, this content is absolutely mouth-watering. Why not start off in El Salvador with the Liga Pepsi, the Primera División in El Salvador? We have got the entire top flight for the El Salvadorian League. For all those interested, this might be the most niche new league I'm going to show you guys today. But here it is in all its glory. We've got one-star teams, half-star teams, a club with a pig kicking a football on its emblem, a club with a war tank on the emblem with a Pepsi shirt sponsor. Are you kidding me? They do it different over here in El Salvador, and they love a good Pepsi shirt sponsor, I tell you. Another major feature of the mod is that we get the Mexican League. The Liga MX is now back in the game ever since its removal in FIFA 22. eFootball and Konami has had the licensing, so the mods have had to come through and add it back in the game. But now that eFootball is no longer a partner with the Mexican League, we probably gonna see it back in FC 26. For now, the mods are coming through for us. For example, at Monterrey, we've got new signings like Ocampos and Sergio Ramos, the main one. Every single player has a 2D picture. No more Mexican free agents waiting for you to sign with this bad boy database installed. And to top it all off, the cream of the crop here, Costa Rica, for the first time, Liga Promerica is now represented in a FIFA game. And when you look at it, all the clubs are here with the proper kits, the proper badges. We've got a orange shark on one, San Carlos, a rep, and a bull. You just have so many new teams and new players to explore. Every single player in the Costa Rican League has a 2D mini face, I can confirm, alongside their men's national team who are back. Not only that, it introduces the CONCACAF Champions Cup, formerly the CONCACAF Champions League, and brings it through to career mode and tournament mode with the proper 3D trophy. I'll move myself out the way so you can get a look at the piece of silverware because it's never been in the game before. It also brings through the Costa Rican League Cup and the El Salvadorian League Cup over here. If someone can correct me, I'm not quite sure what this competition is because it's low-key glitched. I know, it says it right there, the Central American Cup. You also get fitted out with the proper graphics and matchday presentation to replicate the authentic CONCACAF Champions League experience. Here's how it looks in game. You get a nice little TV logo in the top right corner. We've got the full broadcast package, graphics overlays, and it's looking kind of fire. It's looking neat. We're away in America. It's an epic battle for greatness. There's your trophy. That's the prize on the line. How's the design for the lineup announcement though? Oh, it takes up the whole screen. It just fills up the whole thing. Also get the nice little CONCACAF Champions League patch on the jersey. Monterrey are the record holders apparently with 5. That's a little match pop-up, and in the top left corner, that scoreboard. Look, I think any design at this rate will beat the generic EAFC branding. I gotta say, the colors work, the branding's on point, and it looks like the perfect CONCACAF experience that we're missing out on big time over here in the base game. Jesus Corona, we all remember him. Just completes the match experience on and just puts a cherry on top. I love to see it. Got the proper league logo. We're already into the round of 16 stage, which is nice, and here is how it's all standing. You can also tell that the mod's working because you're going to get all the different kinds of players in the menus. Like we've got Joel Campbell here, the Costa Rican national team captain. Now, to my knowledge, the Botola 1 was the only and first African league to ever be added to the game. I've shown you guys this one before, the first division over here in Morocco, but I thought I'd let you guys know that the mod has had an update in recent times and now has the second tier, which includes all 16 Moroccan second tier clubs and also introduces a little promotion relegation dynamic if you are going to do a Moroccan league career mode, the Botola Pro 2, with all the accurate kits, club logos, licensing, the lot of it. We're taking baby steps over here to get the African Champions League slowly but surely in the game, and look at all these managers here. They've got some funny profile pictures. This guy's doing his best Big Ange impersonation, looking at the floor when he gets interviewed. The League Ball is also included, as this is the first of hopefully many African League mods. It kind of isolates you. It's unfortunate that there's only one African League that's playable, but at least now, to all my Moroccan viewers, you've got 2 of your leagues there to keep you lot entertained. And the Baltic Expansion Mod has also received another free update, adding another new league into the fray. Not only does it bring you the first and second tier of the Lithuanian football leagues, and of course the Lithuanian national team to go along with it, but now we also have the Latvian Premier League, the Tony Bet Virziliga, with all 10 top flight clubs, with the authentic kits and logos. This is just, yeah, leagues that you'd never think you'd see in FIFA. It's now possible, and this one's free. You can all try it out if you want to. I doubted whether I had any Lithuanian viewers on the last video, so I hope the Latvians are watching here because you get your nation represented in the game. I mean, you can barely fill out a bench in the substitutes, but you're here nonetheless. This would be a proper road to glory. FK Tulkum's 2000, 37 attack, 46 midfield, 47 defense. Anyone up for the worst club in the game rebuild? Because I am. You know what, Latvian football, you do you. You've got the goalkeeper kits just to give it that extra taste of realism. You've got all the sponsors. Everything is in tip-top shape, even with the manager selection screen. You get every head coach has got their profile pic. And the Baltics, Latvian football, finally gets its time in the spotlight with this free little mod you could download. Who would have thought? Not me. You get a nice little badge in the background of the career mode menus just so you know it's all working. It gives you the Baltics feel. Plus you get the Latvian Cup as well, the Latvijas Kaus. If you're a real diehard career mode enjoyer, this is where you're going to start your next save. Try win the Latvian double in your first season, then you can chat to me, brother. This is a baptism of managerial fire, I'll tell you that for free. Here's another freebie I can throw at you guys. It's for all my Greeks out there, as this free mod brings in the Greek Stoiksman Super League with all the proper team graphics and fan banners for every single club. This actually replaces the Romanian league, so as you can see here, we're scrolling through, there is no Romania in sight. And would you look at that, the Greek league is here in all its glory. Every single club with all the badges, all the kits, you know the deal by now. This is the power of mods at the tip of your fingertips without paying a cent. We love to see it. One of the most highly requested leagues in FIFA, and it's become a reality here for the PC player base for absolutely free. Think of how many new career mode saves and ideas you could spark up. This is your look at how the league standings are comprised over here in Greece if you haven't managed here already. And what's the kit situation? I think every new squad at least has a home and away shirt to wear, and the authentic league patch is right there on the sleeve. All the details you want to see. Now everyone who plays FC25 is craving a better international management experience and just more national teams involved in general. That's where the free international expansion patch comes in. It shows EA the door just to say, don't worry brother, I got this covered. And once you have it applied, there's really no need for a squad file. You just head straight to the team sheets where you're going to see the international men's section filled to the brim with brand new countries like Andorra, Angola. It adds in an abundance of free nations to the game to offer us the perfect global experience. The international managers are frothing at the mouth right now because we barely get 30 in the base game, and this adds over 50, which makes the 48 team World Cup possible. In career mode, in tournament mode, you've got enough nations there from all over the globe: Africa, South America, Asia, Oceania. We get some countries here that haven't seen the light of day in a FIFA game since like the 2014 standalone World Cup. And they deserve to be here, whether they're licensed or not. Just throw them in the game. Let us use them. Because we've got the likes of Equatorial Guinea, Estonia, the Faroe Islands, Gambia, Georgia. You've got the old favorites in there, but Gibraltar and the famous San Marino have been added, notoriously known as the worst national teams in the world. And you get the chance to do the ultimate national team road to glory, not just on club level, but on the international scene. We've got Hong Kong, Guinea-Bissau, two big ones, India and Indonesia. Major national teams that are on the rise, looking to qualify for the World Cup for the first time in their history. Jamaica, Japan, Jordan, Kazakhstan, Korea, Kosovo. We had the Latvian League in before, and now we get their national team added. Only 2 stars, but hey, at least they are represented, just like Kyrgyzstan. You can do an Asian Cup, you can do an African Cup, you can try qualify Liechtenstein for the Euros. The possibilities here are endless. You can try transform one of the worst nations in the world into a footballing powerhouse. Try and do the impossible in a tournament mode exhibition, or take them over in career mode, where you can nurture the nation, develop new footballing talents, and use the youth academy to your advantage. Like this, oh man, I'm just so keen to play, especially with the World Cup coming up too. I just want a proper road to glory international management experience, and that's exactly what this patch brings to the table. We've even got Palestine up in here. I've been yapping on for ages, and we still haven't made it through this list. That's how many nations are here. You're just gonna have to look at the screen and believe me at this point, because Russia, San Marino, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, South Africa. I'm running out of breath here, but Sudan, Suriname, and Switzerland are going to finish us off, alongside Syria, who've probably got the most badass logo out of the bunch. Tajikistan, which comes close. Looks like they've got their own Statue of Liberty over there in Tajikistan, as Tanzania is also involved. That's how you know we've got everyone. The elephants of Thailand, Tunisia, Turkey, the UAE, Uruguay, Uzbekistan, and Venezuela, plus Vietnam to finish us off. A whole new suite of national teams to feast your eyes upon. Honestly, my heart breaks for you if your national team's not here included in this mod, because yeah, this is what the World Cup of 2026 will look like. Apparently we're gonna get Messi or Ronaldo in the final. That would just break the internet. However, the teams qualified, we've got the full 48 team tournament structure from Group A all the way down to Group L. I feel like we've hit every single corner of the globe. We've had Syria qualify, we've had Congo, Palestine, made it all the way through the qualifiers. Tajikistan finished bottom of Group I want to see an underdog story here. I want to see a team that, you know, you wouldn't think make it through, like an Indonesia, but they've just gone 3 L's for 3. Uzbekistan finished bottom, Angola finished bottom. No luck for Namibia or South Africa, and it dished up a round of 32, where at least we saw what Congo made it through. They actually progressed to the round of 16 on pens. Iraq and Egypt also managed to make it out of the groups. Congo, they made it all the way into the quarterfinals, where they were eliminated in an all-African affair to Cameroon. That's an underdog fairy tale miracle in of itself. Cameroon knocked out in the semi-finals. With this career mode save predicting Argentina go back-to-back. Unfortunately, the World Cup trophy doesn't actually work as intended, so that might need fixing in a future patch. However, it looks like the champions curse is going to be broken next year, and Messi's going to do the double over Ronaldo and certify his name as GOAT status. We also get the European Championship qualifiers starting 2026 for the 2028 Euros. You can see every single group laid out, and this is what I mean, brother. This is the type of international management depth we're missing. European qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers, South American qualifiers. The lack of national team depth in the base game is just absolutely unacceptable. I almost feel guilty at this point, having all these nations available to play with. We're getting spoiled over here on PC. You console boys need to make the switch ASAP. Now, if you ever wanted to live through an alternate timeline and experience a reality where the European Super League actually took place, be my guest, because with a click of a button, a special Super League mod is activated where it's all taking place in England, and there are 6 separate divisions, 6 tiers of European Super League football. Here's what it consists of. Obviously, Division 1 is going to feature the best 5-star and 4.5-star clubs in the game. Division 2 is also going to make up of teams that are in that 4-star to 4.5 range. We've got, you know, Al Hilal in here. So it's not just strictly limited to European clubs. Pretty much England has been converted into 6 different tiers, where the best clubs are at the top and the worst clubs are at the bottom. So the further you go down, obviously, it speaks for itself. The worse the teams get. You don't have to go around around tinkering with anything. It's already there, ready to go, ready for you to play with. You could start off in the Super League Division 6 and climb your way all to the top. You could set new career mode records with this mod. That's how crazy it is. And here are the official league standings. Obviously 20 teams per division, per league. They've all got their own special league logo too, which is a nice touch. It's a whole new way of playing career mode, a whole new challenge to get to grips with. You could do Super League simulations. You could start at the very bottom, try survive in the toughest league in the world in D1, and just watch the chaos unfold right before your very eyes. But I'm not gonna lie, if the ESL looked anything like this in real life, I'm glad it never happened. I'm glad it's now buried in the water. Another mod that you'll notice we have activated is the damaged pitch turf mod, which basically makes the pitch look like a lot of mud patches everywhere, especially in the goal mouth. It's not in a good state. It's a Sunday league level pitch, and you can see that reverberated across the grounds. From a bird's eye view as well, it is visibly like the quality of the pitch is terrible. The modern day footballers, they wouldn't even accept playing on a pitch like this, and it just brings back some of those old school football vibes, like just the classic Sunday league level pitch. The players don't seem to mind though. When you zoom up and take a closer look, you can see those finer details and see what kind of state the pitch is actually in. It looks absolutely terrible. It doesn't affect gameplay at all, but it's just a cool little visual to have. Yeah, it's just so much more satisfying to see it all play out and all activated in game. Now this next segment is for all my fellow Italians out there. It's the Serie A / Italian football new era mod. If you want to feel like you've time jumped 10, 15, even 20 years into the future, this is the mod for you. It's a shame that only the Italian leagues are affected here, because this is where it has the biggest impact. Let's go to Serie B, the second tier. My boys Frosinone, we've got a completely new badge, a complete rebrand, new kits to go with it. And it's not only us, it's literally every single team gets a brand new rebrand, a new logo, new kits, unless they've just updated the club badge like Cittadella in recent years. Everyone that's overdue for an update has got one, and you can see here all the different variety of kits, the new fantasy designs. This mod is literally one of my favorites. Not that it's even just a Serie A mod, which I already got some bias there, but this should be a thing for every single league in the game. You got Sassuolo, Sampdoria have some new nice reimagined kits. Salernitana have a bit of a throwback retro badge, modernized for the new era. We've got Regina with a cool looking kit. Pisa's got some amazing vibes going on there, and Palermo's got this like Man City group-esque badge going on. Pretty much every single club have got a brand new redesign, brand new logos, brand new kits, and I'm just gonna go quick fire through them straight away because I can't go through them all. It's gonna make this video like 2 hours long. I've just got to give you a brief little taste to pique your interest, because this is something insane. I just love this type of mod, which makes you feel like you're not even playing FC25. You're playing a game from the future. Not only that, you've got some brand new league logos, some updated, modernized new looks for both Serie A and Serie B, plus the Italian Federation. You've got a nice little career mode menu background just to fit the theme of it all. And honestly, it just transports you to a whole different parallel universe. That Serie A and Serie B logo is going for that little bit of a futuristic, minimalistic vibe. Meanwhile, we've got the Italian national team with a brand new, like, Renaissance-esque logo. I don't know, bro. This mod is just in its own bag. It's got that mix of futuristic style, but also brings back some retro elements and just fuses them all together in this insane overhaul mod that you should all try. These Italy kits are absolutely fire, and even some of the biggest teams in the world get a fantasy kit redesign. So it's not just exclusively for Italian football, like I'll show you here with Chelsea and let's go Liverpool. All of them get completely new redesigns. I can't cap like that. The last time this mod was updated was for like title update 6 or 7, so it needs to get an update. Come on, bro, you gotta update this mod for 2025. If not, keep adding to it. But honestly, I would have felt bad if I didn't include it, because it's hands down one of my favorite mods in FC25. It also delivers a couple of creator club goodies, which again benefit mostly Italian football, where it adds in some real life crests for teams in the 3rd and 4th division. If you're in the mood to create a random fallen Italian club or an underdog story from Serie C or Serie D, you've got a cute little subset of options here. Around about 40 new club crests and logos to add into the game. You wanted to recreate Crotone or bring Catania back to the top flight, or try and find the next Immobile, Insigne and Verratti with Pescara. The choices and options are all yours. It even adds some Italian sporting maker brands like Legea into the kit template mix. Yeah, we've got some new suppliers here like Macron and Area. These kit manufacturers that you're most likely going to see in the second tier, as well as Kappa too. Yeah, this Serie A new era has given me one of the biggest mod boners I've ever had. Bro, you've even got a trio of goalkeeper options too. Bro, this mod does not miss. Now, everyone knows that the last time the Camp Nou was in the game was FIFA 16, and we've pretty much just been stuck with the generic El Libertador Stadium. And let's face it, the career mode player base have had enough. So that's why I've got a mod installed called the Camp Nou Replacement mod. And the way to access is by starting up a fresh new Barcelona save. You have to use the unlock every stadium feature, which is also another mod. So you got to kind of combine the two together. And once you have access to every single stadium in the game, you want to change Barcelona's home stadium to the Mas Monumental. It is River Plate's home ground. We're actually going to give it its proper name, the Spotify Camp Nou. Once we have it selected, it kind of works like a reskin, let's say. Now that we've got it actually activated in career mode, you can see now that it's actually Mas Monumental. However, this mod kind of replaces some assets and gives it a little bit of a Barcelona makeover. No, it's not the actual Camp Nou added back into the game. Stadium mods are kind of impossible with these new FC games, so unfortunately, this is what we're going to have to deal with. It's better than nothing, people. At least you get a little Barcelona flavor. It's got that retro Camp Nou stadium structure. You can see there with the scoreboard up the top. You've got a massive Barcelona printed logo right where the dugouts are and the tunnel where the players enter the pitch to make it feel like it's actually the Camp Nou whilst we wait for the new one to be renovated and built. We've got that big iconic scoreboard up here, and it tries to replicate that Camp Nou vibe and get you out of that generic El Libertador Stadium or whatever. It's not perfect. I know it's not the fully licensed Camp Nou, but this is the best we're gonna get, okay? Camp Nou Replacement mod, the last time it was updated was Title Update 6. Please update your mods. We want to use them with the current latest version of the game, please. Now it's time to talk about squad files and loading up different databases to your game that let you unlock hidden features like the full men's team of the year available in offline mode. What you want to do is come on over to the profile section, hit on load squad, scroll on down to the 23rd of January 2025. You want to click on that, and then once you load back into the main menu, you can access the team of the year in two ways. You can see them all in this edit created player section, where you can get a good look at all of the team of the year stars with all of their juiced up stats. They are all here waiting for you. All their attributes and all their play styles are here, and you've even got some icons thrown into the mix. I've got no idea how the team of the year works these days. You want to head to the club transfers section. You're going to find them all hidden in the free agency. You want to go scroll on over, click on free agents, and then they are all here on the open market. And then from there, you can either leave them in the free agency or transfer them to whatever team you want. And here's what happens when you load up a new career mode save with this squad file. The team of the year free agents are all available for absolutely nothing with all their playstyles, all their stats. Damn. Having this many overpowered players in a career mode universe could get interesting. Forget Ultimate Team, forget trying to pack these players and spending exuberant amounts of FIFA points and falling into that microtransactions trap. You've got the whole team of the year squad out here ready for free to use in tournament mode, career mode, player career mode, kickoff. It's just the way it should be, to be honest. And now for my next squad file trick, let's make some CONMEBOL teams playable in career mode. And that's exactly what this squad file intends to do right here. All these teams that you see, you can now start a career mode save with. Plus you get access to some exclusive icons over here. You want to head back to the load squad section, where you're going to scroll to the 18th of January at 7:31 a.m. It's called Squads 2, so it's a bit harder to identify. It not only gives you access to some juiced up icons in the free agency, nearly 5 pages of icons out here waiting to be signed up. When you pick in an authentic team in career mode, what you can do is swap out the team and you can add in pretty much any CONMEBOL team. It's just all here waiting for you in the rest of the world section. Look how many South American clubs are in here. Your clubs from all over South America, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, and they're all ready to be slotted into a league. You just got to add them manually, and every single team you see here on this list is available to play with in manager career. Let's just say I wanted to replace Wolverhampton with Sao Paulo in the Premier League. Bang, you can put them straight up in the English top flight and play with the Brazilians in career mode. But at least this mod gives the option to some of the South American fans who just want to see their team in career mode. Now, Sao Paulo is in the Premier League and ready to take on England, and you could do this with multiple teams, not just one. You could completely customize guys every single top flight. The rest of the world squad segment is now completely stacked, so use it however you want to. With great power comes great responsibility, lads. I'm sure you all know. Now for my next modded squad file trick, something that all the console players want, and that's to unlock all managers in career mode. No more hidden managers locked away in the game for us. This squad file is here to save us. Next time you want to fire up another career mode save by playing as a real manager, the first thing you're going to notice is that the likes of Germany, the whole entire Bundesliga, and League 1 have their full list of managers available for you, and especially the lower leagues of England, not just the Prem, but we've got the Championship, the EFL League 1, League 2. Every single division is stacked with their entire list of managers because for some reason, even in the leagues that seem to have every manager available, like Serie A, they don't have Lazio, Atalanta's, Milan's, or Inter's coaches because they're unlicensed in the game. So it even unlocks some hidden managers that you might not have even noticed were gone. And even over in the Netherlands too, we've got every single Dutch club with their manager. It's one of the simplest mods you can download, and it's essential for every single career mode player because it just opens up your save opportunities and save ideas tremendously. But what if you wanted to activate some legends and icons as managers in the game? Well, I've got a little fantasy squad file that apparently works on PS4 and the Nintendo Switch, so I'll leave it linked down below. There is a little tutorial. I'm just focused on PC right here. And another mini feature it claims to have is making legendary players into coaches, referees, and player agents. Right here, we've got Xavi as Saka's player agent. Just random stuff like that, which keeps you more immersed in the world. I think that's Casillas as a referee. Samuel Eto'o as Dani Olmo's player agent. Like, yeah, just so many just random faces you'll see pop up. Something which I've never really seen any mod or squad file try to achieve. So let's see if it actually works. It is going to appear like this. It's a bit easier to find because it's just got a random long ass name. It's the 23rd of February, 3:33 p.m. Alright, then this mod is walking the walk and it's talking the talk. We've got the likes of a young Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Bristol City. We got Franco Baresi at Sheffield Wednesday. Wayne Rooney at Plymouth, which kind of makes sense. We've also got Steve McManaman at Derby County. Eric Ten Hag at Hull City. To be honest, that could possibly be his next job. We've got Fernando Torres at Cardiff. We've got Edwin van der Sar. Even more down here in League 1, we've got Tim Cahill at Bolton. Petr Cech, Tweety at Charlton Athletic. I don't know what the intentions are behind these coaching assignments, but hey, at least they're all here. You can change up where you want them to be. So if you want Buffon to manage Juventus, you can just go ahead and change the team he's managing anyway. So it doesn't really matter where they are in the menus. This is going to be one of the funnest mods I've ever had to use because not only that, you're going to be coming up against all these legendary managers in the game whilst you're playing through the seasons. It's random, it's frantic, it's a fantasy world that you can create, and I recommend starting here in League 2 because pretty much every single club has a legend icon manager. Jaap Stam, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Lothar Matthäus, and Johan Cruyff all managing in the same division. And apparently this also works on console, PS4, Nintendo Switch, so make sure you guys let me know if you guys have tried it out for yourselves on console. That's it, I've had enough of Amarim, bro. I'm bringing back Ole at the wheel. This has been the most successful United have ever been post Sir Alex, and I think a young Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is exactly what this club needs right now. Let's see if some player agents have changed. I'm checking in on Bruno Fernandes. Okay, the mod is doing its thing. We've got Casillas as Bruno Fernandes' player agent, but it's good to see the vision. If you're sick and tired of all those generic manager or generic player agent faces, we've got Landon Donovan out here doing contract dealings for Ramad. You just get to see crossovers and combinations you'd never think of. To tell you the truth, I didn't really expect this actual mod to work. This squad file, it seemed dodgy, but it has come through and delivered. We've got Tim Howard as Alejandro Garnacho's player agent. I ain't delegating contracts anymore. I want to see every single player's agent. Who does the GOAT, the main man Anthony, have as his player agent? He's got Shevchenko. I feel like Donald Trump. We've just done some negotiation with a high-profile Ukrainian. Luis Figo, bro. Just cut your losses while you're ahead. Jadon Sancho's career is finished. It's over. He's washed, brother. Leave him in 2021. I praise whatever man is trying to squeeze out every last dollar from Casemiro. Get out of my office, brother. Get ready to learn Arabic. You and Freddie Lumberg will be packing your bags out of here under my watch. You can't change or customize your referee in the match settings anymore. That used to be a feature, but it's just impossible nowadays. So let's see if we're gifted with an icon referee. Who is it? It's not cut into his face. I can't say. It's Jarzinho. The Brazilian icon with a luscious afro is now going to be calling the shots, and it looks like he's got a busy day on his hands right here. How did I miss Jurgen Klopp managing at Leyton Orient? Yeah, he's now back in the game. And who could possibly be our referee for this match? Who is that as a lino? I recognize the linesman more than I did the referee. Yeah, this referee, it could be a female icon. I actually don't even recognize who she is, but yeah, female referee legends are here. And the linesman here, I think that's the Uruguayan striker, Francescoli, who played for Cagliari. Oh, and the other lino over here, it's just Ian Wright. Nevertheless, it's an all-star cast. No matter what game you're playing in, it could be a high-stakes derby, and right here, we've got Fernando Morientes Sanchez as the referee. Only with mods, baby, that this is possible. We got Dimitar Berbatov as a United linesman. Surely he's going to have some Bulgarian bias with these calls. I'm here for it. I'm here for the corruption, and I'm here for these legendary just moments in career mode. These, oh my god, we got Rio Ferdinand playing for Liverpool. This squad file is insane. Roberto Carlos also signed for them. This is outrageous. No way. The fourth official is Ian Rush, putting up the substitutes board and controlling the two managers on the sideline. So fourth officials, linesmen, player agents, and referees. All the legends are out here taking up these roles now. This is going to be one of the most fascinating squad files I've ever seen in FIFA history. Now, for fans of the show Ted Lasso and the football club, Fantasy Football Club, AFC Richmond, I have got the mod for you. What this mod does is basically adds them back into the game like they were in FIFA 23 before they got removed. However, once installed, the club will replace Bournemouth. Come on over to the settings page where you'll want to find AFC Richmond. Oh no, the squad file is called Ted Lasso. It should be dated as the squad file on the 14th of January 2025. Load that up. And once you're back out, you're going to notice that there are some created players added to your game. And here is where you can see all of the AFC Richmond players. Not going to lie, I know I'm kind of out of touch here, but I got no idea who pretty much any of these people are. I haven't watched the show. I probably should, but I've got no clue. I only kind of got wind of them in the show because it was added to FIFA 23. Ted Lasso got face scanned into the game, and that kind of put them on my radar, but I never went on to watch the show. But I decided to include this mod because I know a bunch of you lads will get around this. Unfortunately, you don't get some of the players' face scans in the game like you would have on FIFA 23, but at least they're here with all three kits, the team badge, and the name. Unfortunately, this is an old mod that only works on Title Update 8. It hasn't been updated, so unfortunately, we're stuck with the Bournemouth badge. Don't worry about the Bournemouth mini kits. So if the mod gets updated in any way, I'll leave it linked down below, but for now, it's kind of scuffed a little bit. We've got the 3 Bournemouth mini kits, but they actually translate to the Richmond kits, sponsored by Nike, banter sponsor, and it looks like they've got their home ground in the mod too, the Nelson Road Stadium. And you can't forget the keeper. This guy looks like quite the character, as the goalkeeper kits have also been included. It's just a simple little Nike template, but at least it's there. And if you're actually using an old version of the game, Title Update 8, you will have Ted Lasso's face back in your game, but for me, I'm on Title Update 9.1. I'm on the scuffed version. I've just got Kent as the manager. Since when was Roy Kent the manager of the club? Something must have happened. Is this like a spoiler? Did Ted Lasso get fired in the show? What's going on? And if you really wanted to combine some mods together and get this picture perfect for your experience, you could have the Unlock All Stadiums mod in career mode, assign Selhurst Park to AFC Richmond, because technically that's what they've actually used in the TV show, and it's just been renamed as Nelson Park Stadium, but you know, the build is actually based around Crystal Palace. So that's just an extra tip if you're looking forward to bring AFC Richmond and Ted Lasso back into your game. And you can see the banners there in the crowd too. That's a nice little detail. I don't know why EA removed this. Knowing them, they probably only signed a 1-year agreement, a 1-year deal. We just saw them feature in FIFA 23, and then now, ever since we've changed to FC 24, FC 25, they have been long gone, nowhere to be seen. Another one of the great removed features that mods bring right back in. Lads, it's been an absolute marathon today, exploring different mods from all different title updates, so I'll try keep the updated mods listed and linked down in the description below. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, because it's been frantic, it's been chaotic, it's been all over the place. We've been to hell and back in this video. So let me know what other modded content and videos you want to see on the channel. For the real ones that have stuck around, I'm thinking of doing the Youth Academy mods video next. Then I'm planning another big retro mod showcase, a live editor / cheat engine tutorial exploring all their features, and then after that a creator club modded showcase, and more stuff stuff packed in between to keep you guys entertained. So I've got a full slate planned. There is way more content coming your way. I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent, a little bit more frequent with the uploads. So I'd love it if you lads dropped a like down below, hit subscribe so you never miss out on any new content coming to the channel. As always, I've been your boy Sir BCHD. Have a great day. Take care. You lot know where to find me, and I'm out of here. Peace.